Bringing you with a brand new video, and today we got some interesting support. Today we got Vision Hero support, which is kind of strange because we only have one card in the Vision Hero archetype, and it's a fusion monster. So hopefully we'll see an entire line of archetype monsters based around Vision Heroes, because I would actually kind of like to see that, actually. So the card that we have here is Vision Hero Vyon. It is a Dark Warrior, level 4, 1000 attack and 1200 defense. The stat line on this card isn't that great, but then again, Shadow Mist stat line as a whole isn't really that noteworthy either. But I feel like that this card is. I feel like that since after reading this card is definitely a good card. I'm not sure where you're going to be playing this card though, so yeah, but let's just jump right into it. So if this card is normal or special summon, you could send one hero monster from your deck to the graveyard. You can only activate this effect once a turn. Once per turn, you can banish one hero monster from your graveyard to add one polymerization from your deck to the graveyard. Or from your deck to your hand, excuse me. So this card has the first effect. Obviously, was going to strike people out as most did. It has synergy with Shadow Mist. By sending it to the graveyard, you get to activate the effect of Shadow Mist. Therefore, it's pretty good in that aspect because it allows you to trigger, obviously allows you to trigger Shadow Mist quite easily. Which is good. I think that having such a method of triggering a card that is basically the center point of your entire deck is pretty good. And the second effect is not terrible either. I think actually, because it's not once per turn. The second, well, it is once per turn, but not named once per turn. You can just play polymerization and have it just be sitting there as a deck thinner, but I'm not sure how viable that actually is. But I think overall this Vision Hero is definitely we'll see some experimentation, but I don't understand what I don't see where this card's going to go. But other than that, yeah, because the reason why I say this card's not gonna, I'm not sure where it's going to sit, is the fact that the current totally awesome heroes, the build is already uniform as it is. As you can see it over here, the build is already pretty substandard. It's pretty standard. You pretty much just run these 11 monsters and mostly nothing else. You might be able to cut some of the cards out of here, like you might be able to cut some of the traps out of here, or you might be able to cut some of the other cards that are quite cloggy in your deck. Like you could probably cut like a Twin Twister and you could put Raigeki into the side deck. But overall, I think that with that being said, I don't think it's going to be that necessary to do that. But who knows? We'll see how this goes. I think this is a very good card still. And the next card that we're going to be talking about is Legacy of a Hero. It is a normal spell card, and you only activate one a turn. The first and only effect is return 2 fusion monsters from your graveyard to the extra deck that each lists a hero monster as a material, and then you get to draw 3 cards. So basically, what this card currently has 0 synergy with anything in the current hero deck. As I said earlier, the deck is already uniform and pretty solid as it is. There's nothing going to be changing it, other than maybe the Vyon that we just talked about. It also doesn't work with mask heroes. That's another negative. However, I do think that this card could be useful if they release some more elemental hero fusion monsters, or some fusion monsters that include elemental hero in the fusion materials. I think that this card could be relatively. This card is on the verge of being really, really good, but just doesn't have enough staying power to do this. I think the closest example of cards that you probably might be able to run with this card is Absolute Zero and Gaia, and even then those cards aren't being played right now. And like I said, on top of that, you're not going to be making Anki. You can't use Anki or Darklaw because they don't have materials. But I mean, this card has a lot of potential, but I just don't see where it could fit in, and it's definitely a late game card, which the game is usually over by round 1 or 2. So I'm not sure where this card is going to fit in unless the format slows way down, and I don't think that's going to happen by the time this card is out. But anyway, guys, tell me what you guys think about these cards in the comment section down below. I will see you in the next video. This has been Team Metamorphose. I am signing out. Later.